Max, your strokes are very solid. Let's take a look at your butterfly. So immediately off the wall, a couple things. So your underwater undulation form is really solid. So the way that your body is able to curve underneath the water and create a dolphin motion is really good. The problem right here is how tight your body is in streamlines. So ideally you want to get your body really narrow. So if you look at where your arms are, right, one arm is here, one arm is here. Technically, when you do a perfect streamline, your arms should be together, and the goal is to minimize resistance. You want to fit your body through narrow. And the reason why this is important is because when you push off the wall in a really good streamline, you're going to carry more speed off the wall into the first few strokes, and by carrying more speed, it's going to make you a lot faster on the actual stroke. So number one, on all your strokes, push off with your hands together in streamline. And then once you start swimming, your timing is actually really good. Two things here. So as you're taking the stroke, you want to make sure right now, do you see how your fingertips are what's entering the water first? You want to keep your arms straight. So on the recovery from here, this is great. You want to maintain this arm to be straight all the way through the recovery part of the stroke. When your arm is over the water, your arm should be absolutely straight. So it should look like that, straight, and then you enter the water at 11 and 1, right? So that's what the path of your arm should look like. It should be straight. If you look at the way you're doing it right now, you're bending your elbows right here, and then you're entering with your fingertips first. So you don't want to enter with your fingertips first. You want to think of entering the water with your thumbs actually first. And at this point, your arms should be straight, right? And your thumbs are actually facing down. Right now, your thumbs are facing forward. And the reason why you want to do this, it'll set up your initial catch here a little bit better. So that's minor. The bigger thing is actually what's happening with your hips. So if you look here, your body position is really, your head is coming out of the water, which is fine because you need to breathe. But look what happens to the rest of your body. This is the body line, and so there's a gap. You know, this right here, when your head comes up, your butt comes down. And that's creating a lot of drag because all the water is hitting you right here. Okay? And so the way you can solve this, and so when you breathe, try and keep your head low to the water, which you're doing. I think you can get your chin a little bit lower so your head doesn't come out of the water as much. And then also focus on pushing your hips, your butt up. So after you get your breath, you want to press your chest down and get your butt up. And by getting your butt up, it's going to level out your body. Okay? And by leveling your body, it's going to make you swim faster because you're occupying less space. So you want to be really more flat. And you do that by getting your butt up and pressing your chest down at the end of every stroke. And then let's take a look at your other strokes. So on your freestyle, same thing. When you push off the wall, you want to get your body in a really tight line. And right now, your arms are sticking out of that line. And then on the actual stroke, mechanics are actually really good. Let's take a look at your breaststroke. Your breaststroke's really good, and I think the same thing, you can get into a tighter streamline. At the end of every stroke, you want to finish in streamline. So let's go back right here. So you're actually doing a good job of getting your hips up and pressing your chest down. I think you can get your body a little bit narrower and get your arms into a tighter streamline. And that way you can reduce the size of the box and the space that you're occupying. But breaststroke technique is actually really good. And then looking at your freestyle, so a couple of strokes right here. It looks like you're entering the water. I really like how you have a high elbow catch. That's a bad example. I like how you have a high elbow catch. That's really good. I need to see it from the other angle, but it looks like your hand is entering the water too much in front of your head. So if you have a line in the middle of your body, right now your arm is crossing over it. And the ideal position to put your hand is in front of your shoulders. So your hand should actually be there, and then your other hand should be there. So you never want your arm to cross the middle of your body, which is right there. And then doing your flip turn, your mechanics here are actually good, really good. Push off on your back, and again, streamline. So right now, your arms are not in streamline. We want to make sure your body's in streamline. Great job.